Hello, everybody. My name is Perose. I have suffered from social anxiety from the very childhood since I was 7 or 9, and I had trouble speaking up. I had trouble making friends. I had trouble talking to people, and I went to therapy. And in the therapy for 3 years or more, they give me medicines. They give me lots of stuff. It didn't work, and it was very low point in my life, and there were so many suicidal thoughts in my head. So I said to myself that things didn't work out. I went to therapy and I did lots of stuff. It didn't work, so I'm gonna end everything. So then I decided not to do it. I gave myself full permission to give it another shot. And I read so many books. I took programs, and I went to coaching program, and it helped. And after a few years, I realized that social anxiety is not complicated. Lots of therapists, this is the truth, lots of therapists, they are trained just in a bookish way. They have never experienced social anxiety themselves. They don't know what social anxiety is. They only graduated from school, and they do what they best to just, give them whatever they train to give. And it's helpful. I'm not saying you don't have to go to therapy or anything. I'm saying that in terms of social anxiety, it is important to go through the suffering. It's important to go through the shame and embarrassment and feeling of being socially anxious. Then we understand what it feels like. So one of the common fears that I had and most people have is fear of being disliked. It's like if I say something, if I make a joke, if I share my opinion, if I say, you know what, I'm not gonna eat fries, I'm gonna eat waffles, something like that, you feel disliked. You're gonna fear that what if they don't like me? What if they say no, you're bad for sharing your experience. You're bad for sharing your opinion. And this is we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give you some good tips on how to completely let go of fearing being disliked and just enjoy being you. So first of all, let's talk about why do we being disliked? Why do we fear this? I mean, what is so much important? If we are, I was with my friends, like was constantly thinking that should I express myself. I remember this very clearly. That one time we went to a restaurant, and everybody was ordering. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I was ordering the same thing that my friends used to order, and it kind of I wanted to order something else, but this was deep kind of feeling of no, you don't have to do it. What if you do? They're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna say something back. They might have done it in the past, and they might have made some remarks about it. And when I was a child, I took it very personally, and so I kind of fear being disliked. Then it kind of continued on. Then I was adult, and it was very hard for me to crack a joke, to say something, even when I was talking to women, talking to like being flirty or talking, saying something flirtuous was a bit hard for me because I was saying, oh, what if they just like me? What if they find it very, bad? So if this is you, in terms of socializing, in terms of being in school, being in the work, if you fear this, it's normal. It comes directly from our primal brain. This comes directly from our primal brain, thinking that if they dislike me, that means banishment, that means death, and a little remark means death. So that's why you feel so much deep fear of lots of emotion when somebody makes a remark and find it funny or find it kind of dislike it. If you might have experience, share your experience in the comments, like when was the last time if you shared something and somebody, your friends made of kind of remarks about it, and you feel very cringe in your heart and your mind. They said, oh, I'm not going to share my opinion ever again. Similar to when I was in restaurant, that fear of being mocked at was so bad. So think about this. If you skip a meal in a day, our brain thinks, oh, you're gonna die, man. Similarly, when somebody makes a remark at you for dislike you, you think, oh, it's gonna be bad, it's not good. So the same logic goes in our brain, in our primal brain. Our primal brain does cannot think logically, so our primal brain only thinks in very now kind of very short-sighted. So in that sense, that's why it comes from our primal brain. So the cost, this is important. If you really into loop of fear of being disliked, of course you'll not be able to um, express your opinions and express your preferences, and that will leave you stuck. That will leave you stuck in socially. You will not be able to enjoy a very simple talking with people, with your friends or with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. You will not be able to do that. Even around family, I used to remember this. During dinner, I was not able to express my opinions about anything during eating dinner, and this also because of my own family had the same fear of being disliked, and they bought into it, and because they didn't know how to not buy into it. So if you buy into it, it can become a habit. Once it becomes a habit, it feels very hard to let go of it. It's like it's too much ingrained. But this fear is a very small fear. Once you let go of it, it's a very good fear to let go of. It's easy, and slowly, by week, you kind of feel bigger and bigger, and you will leave open the door for more love, for more understanding. This is some of the truths about being disliked. In my experience, after I decided to just share my experience, say whatever comes to my mind, tell the truth, majority of the people, they liked it. They even didn't say, oh, or what, and it kind of said, "Ooh," like kind of left me surprised and kind of relieved that people don't say anything, or they don't dislike. No, they don't openly say, "Oh, I dislike it" or disagree. They just say okay. For example, right now I can share if somebody likes some music, I say, "Oh, you know what? I don't like it. I'm not into it." By openly say it, or if I say something like, "Do you want with this something for dinner?" I say, no, I don't want it. I'm gonna do something else. Similar to this, and it kind of opened my way to the truth that it is so good. People love it because it allows them to tell their own truth. If you just kind of stuck with it, they don't allow themselves to tell. So it becomes kind of mirroring. So the same way, if you share something, let's say if you share something on somebody's site, what? That's not correct, or reject you or dislike you, that's honesty, that's clarity. That is not something, that doesn't mean death, first of all. That doesn't mean death, that doesn't mean you're gonna die, that doesn't mean something's bad gonna happen. That's a conversation. Even if you feel like crunching feeling in your cringy, oh, now you said, why is that? You say, okay, I see, kind of like picking the conversation. Say, let's say like this. Somebody says, "Oh, I love Michael Jackson." You say, "No, I don't really into that kind of music." You might say, "What are you talking about? Are you crazy?" I'm not crazy, but I don't like it. You might go, okay. Then you can continue on. Oh, I'm into rock music or whatever. So it kind of goes on. It's not necessarily something you should think about it, but in your primal brain, it's something huge. What if somebody disagree or dislike it? So similarly, just keep on continuing the conversation. So if somebody doesn't like you, it doesn't mean death. This is very much important to understand. It doesn't mean something big. It only means a different choice. And in terms of conversation, you can continue on. And even if you feel a lot of cringe, just let it be, because that's your primal brain feeling that kind of that cringe. Let's say I honestly think that I don't like hot dogs. I mean, I tried it many times, but I don't like it. Now I'm sure you say, what kind of person doesn't like hot dogs? I don't care. But if you dislike me, that's okay because I dislike hot dogs. So let's talk about how to let go of fear. Let's say uh, now you decided to break free from fear. One of the important things is you gotta chip away one fear at a time. If you fear being disliked, chip away this fear. Then if you fear, let's say you fear talking to people, that's another fear we can talk about. So this fear of being disliked is one of the fears that you can chip away and builds confidence in all areas of your life. First of all, this is the number one skill in anything, not just confidence in anything. First of all, awareness. This is the most important one. This covers 70% of the growth. Just be aware. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to say anything. Just when you hold back a joke, when you hold an opinion, when you kind of hesitate to share your opinion, just be aware. Just write down on your journal. So, okay, this is at this time I kind of um, yeah, hesitated. So now we're gonna. The second time is choose it. Then write down what are the thoughts, what are the beliefs that didn't allow me to share my opinion, didn't allow me to share a joke. Just write it down. Then, once you do that, choose a different truth. Let's say, for example, in my dinner example, the thoughts that were really constant in my head when I was not experiencing myself say, if I share this, they're gonna mock me. They're gonna say something crude. They're gonna say something bad, or they're gonna laugh at me. So this is very, very common. And you can choose. I was choosing like this. I welcome laugh. Welcome different preferences. I welcome dislike. Their dislike don't mean death. Their dislike uh, don't mean anything major. I welcome dislike. Dislike means preference. So you can put different beautiful truths about being disliked and can give you power. And the next thing is, of course, you gotta do it. You gotta share. Probably you cannot do it at the first try because your heart might be pounding. You're new to these thoughts, the new beliefs that you're creating. Your brain is digesting the new truths. So probably a couple of tries, 3-4 times. When you catch it and you choose a new thought, then your brain kind of soften to take action. Then take action. Even if you feel fear, just take action. And then do it again and again. And I assure you that if you do this regularly, you can take away this fear of being disliked. You'll enjoy it. And I wish you all the best, and I hope it was good to you. I hope it was very nice. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm saying so many stuff, so blurting out without any censor, without any cutting, without any trying to edit this video, because I wanted to convey this being raw, being honest. Because talking and the way I might talk, you might dislike it. You might dislike it and say, oh, this guy talked this way or that way. And it's okay. It is your preference. It is you. It is your opinion, and it's okay. It's good. And again, thank you so much for listening to this. If you find it helpful, please do what you gotta do. Just subscribe, like, and let me help you bring more tools, more teachings, so can help you build confidence. Bye for now.